Appreciate it, Mr. President.
The UFC is in bed with Donald Trump.
Oh, the POTUS is calling me. Mr. President.
You want to put that on speaker for us or what?
Mr. President.
We're gonna try and get Donald on speakerphone. Let's see.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is Colby Covington. Thank you so much.
From pre-arranging a phone call with MAGA supporter Colby Covington.
You gave me the dragon energy when you shook my hand.
Whatever your deal is, or whatever I'm not a real political person.
To Dana White pulling out the red carpet and bending over whenever asked by the former president.
Just trying to enlighten myself. I vote Trump, and last thing is I love Trump.
Henry Cejudo campaigning for Donald Trump, and Trump-backed conspiracy theorist Carrie Lake, game-bred fighter Jorge Masvidal.
What they're doing to President Trump has never been done before to a president. For the BS charges that the DA in New York is bringing up is complete and utter nonsense.
Who put out weird videos such as these. Trump has used his office to lure athletes in and pose for photos at his rallies, including with the likes of Justin Gaethje.
Anybody big hit you up? I'm sure you heard from Max Crosby. Anyone else famous?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of tweets. I definitely I got to talk to Dana White. Got a call from Trump. That was awesome. He loves fighting, man. He called me and just tell me how good I did, how proud of me it was, how impressive of a show it was, and that if I ever want to go, if I'm ever in New York or Florida, hit him up, and hopefully we can golf.
And, like Covington, calls Gaethje after his win, who gives the former president a shout-out. But how did this happen? From the UFC putting Donald Trump on their official YouTube channel multiple times, the most recent being an interview, to their bizarre documentary on him, which was pulled then re-aired, which Kareem Zidane wrote, to produce a documentary showcasing its history with Trump highlights the peculiar relationship the promotion has with the sitting U.S. president. It is also a lesson about the influence of sports washing in political discourse and the mutually beneficial effects it can have on both the promotion and the politician in question. The UFC has helped sports wash Trump's image. Dana White spoke at the RNC not once but twice, and he would do it again because...
Say what you want about him. The guy saw this thing coming, was into it, and gave us our first shot, and you'll never hear me say anything bad about Trump.
Hilariously, he says this.
One of the things that I've really tried to do through this whole thing is stay out of politics.
But it's not just White. UFC co-owner Ari Emanuel also has a long-standing relationship with Trump that dates back several years. The Hollywood power broker once represented Trump when he was a host on The Apprentice, and Trump even referred to him as a very good friend of mine. Over the years, the UFC has played a key, pivotal role in society, especially with politics. The promotion has also been involved in some of the Trump administration's key political strategies, including the Opening Up American Again plan in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic and subsequent lockdowns.
The upcoming election is a fight for the future of our country.
White, who sounds like if a hermit was also a domestic abuser, does ads for Trump at the drop of a hat. He too echoed Trump's divisive rhetoric on building a wall along the border of Mexico and going after exiled NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick. There have also been reports that the UFC used its relationship with Trump to sway the National Labor Relations Board following a complaint from former UFC fighter Leslie Smith, who tried to organize a labor movement. It appears there is a clear A to B here. Dana White sees the benefits that he has not only financially but politically to align and be in the inner circle of Donald Trump. As long as he has Trump's backing, and also seeing it as a two-way street, Trump likely feels the same, that he has nearly an entire sport behind him, not just the president, not just investors in the UFC who have given to his PACs, but also the fans who have been receptive to Donald Trump going to events, and also in Florida when Dana White shared a stage with Governor Ron DeSantis. It benefits White, it benefits Trump. According to Cynthia Miller Idris, author of Hate in the Homeland, The New Far Right, Trump's hyper-masculine bluster and occasional championing of violence exacerbated the intersection between the far right and MMA. However, the renowned academic also noted that the phenomenon is bigger and broader than one political leader or one country. Given the countless examples of UFC fighters associating with authoritarian leaders and other unsavory figures. The UFC's affiliation with Donald Trump can be viewed as the pinnacle of that concerning trend. The UFC, arguably one of the most recognizable sports brands in the world, used its platform and existing infrastructure to idolize one of the most controversial presidents in a generation. In short, the UFC has set a new standard for how organizations can use sports washing to enhance a sitting president's reputation.